Dear all, in this session, I'm going to discuss the second part of the model question paper of innovation and design thinking. It is designed for first year students of VTU. So let me start discussion on the set 2 question paper of design thinking. Before that, I request everyone to go through the part one, first set of question paper, which I already done the discussion. It's around half an hour. If you go through that, definitely you will be getting more information. The link is available in the description box as well as I button. Kindly go through that. Let me share the screen of the question paper 2 of IDT and let me start the discussion. Okay. So moving on to the discussion. Before that, I request you to download the question paper from the VT website. Directly, if you browse it, definitely you will be getting the particular question paper. Even answer key is also available, but I wanted to discuss and so that you will be getting more idea. Anyway, before that, you need to understand what are the major steps of design thinking first. Later, we'll start with the question. Yes. The first question is, you can go through the first question. Yeah. Please read carefully. What is design thinking? Can you tell me the answer? What is the right answer? There are four options. So what is the definition of design thinking? Basically, it is a process for creating problem and solving. Fine, no? It is a process of creating problem and solving that is actually called design thinking. Remaining options are actually not so appropriate for this particular keyword, that is design thinking. Which of the following principles are not considered for design thinking? Please identify the right answer. Actually, design thinking is not a profit-centric process. Rest of the things are correlating with that design thinking, except profit-centric. To empathize, one has to, which is the right answer. Question number 3, one has to observe, correct. One has to engage, one has to listen. All the things are correct only. So I would like to go for option D. Option D is the correct answer. Question number 3, option D. Fine. Let me move the remaining discussion. Move on to remaining discussion. Which of the following are not tools of visualization? Could you please identify the answer? Question number 4. First, you identify what are the tools for visualization. Now, please identify which one is not one of the tools of visualization. Actually, maps are belong to visualization. Videos, that is also related to visualization. Some pictures or images, that is also belong to visualization. But the stories and all, how we can categorize into visualization. So the right answer is C, stories. Question number 5, dash storytelling is the most compelling type of the story. Dash storytelling is most compelling type of the story, which could be the right answer. So definitely it is more, second option is more effective. That is, visual storytelling is the most compelling type of story. Correct. What happens the test or test stage of design thinking? You study different stages. So what will happen during the test stage? Could you please identify the right answer? So question number 6, during the test stage, you engage in internal testing with the employees. Correct, no? Yeah. Because once the product is developed, testing is mandatorily followed because it can be moved on to outsourced, move on to client or not, we have to verify. So internal testing is very important. Fine. Okay. Now remaining question we'll discuss. Question number 7, collecting data is an important portion of testing a prototype in the test stage of the design thinking. Collecting is an important portion of test. Dash is the important. Collecting which segment is most important as a part of testing of prototype. Question number 7. Definitely the feedback. Feedback is very, very important because of feedback only we'll be remodifying all those things. So question number 7, option C is the right answer. Select this option because similar kind of questions can be expected for your examination. So feedback. Then question number 8, mind maps are used to dash ideas. So question number 8, mind maps. Definitely mind maps are used for generating the idea, visualizing the idea, making the proper structure. So basically all are correct only. So I would like to go for option number D. All the above is the right answer. Question number 8, D. You can go for D. D is the correct answer. Fine. Okay. Question number 9 and 10, let us discuss. Journey mapping is also called a dash mapping. So you need to understand the fundamentals of journey mapping. Kindly go through the modules. Notes, if you want, I will share the notes. Journey mapping is also known as basically experience. Through n number of, suppose one person is working in a company for n number of years, definitely he is gaining experience. Okay, it's a journey actually. It's a journey of mapping. Journey mapping is also known as experience. Similarly, another type of questions: which one of the following is not tools of design thinking? Okay, can you please identify the answer? Please read out the options. Question number 10. So we can say that question number 10, online marketing is not a it's not a design, it is not belong to design thinking. So co-creation, prototyping, mind mapping, all are belong to design thinking except online marketing. Fine. So let me continue. Question number 11 and 12. Please go through it carefully. Which of the followings are not components of mind map? Branch, arrow, central idea, all of the above components. So which one of the not a components of the mind map? So these all are not belongs to, see, branches are not belongs to component of mind map. Arrows are not belong to a component of mind map. Central ideas also not belong to. So obviously I can go for option D. Option D is the correct answer. So moving on to question number 12. Journey mapping maps which phase of activity or service of a customer: before the service, during the service, after the service, all of the above. Definitely, journey mapping belongs to before the service, at the time of during the service, and after the service. So I would like to go for option number D. You need to understand the term journey mapping. You may get the similar kind of questions in the examination. Please make a note of this. Kindly, if you prepare a notes, no, that will be really helpful at the time of answering those kind of questions. Don't casually don't read. Question number 13 dash is used with the objective of identifying the needs that customers are often unable to articulate. So can you please find out the answer? Yes, the experience mapping. See, I told already about the importance of experience mapping. It is used with the objective of identifying the needs that customers are often unable to articulate. For example, during marketing and all, we are doing the marketing research. That is one of the examples of experience mapping. Fine. Because we need to understand the taste and interest of customers, how many customers are coming in, how many customers are moving away from the product. Like that, we can understand. In marketing, we are doing the same thing. Question number 14. The value chain analysis examines how an organization interact with the value chain partners to dash new offerings. Question number 14. So I try to understand the question. So uh, the value chain analysis examines how the organization interact with the value chain partners to produce new offering, correct? Market new offerings, distribute new offerings. Obviously, all three are correct only. Then I would like to go for option number D. Option number D is the right answer. Then question number 15 and 16, let us read first. A prototype is a simple experimental model of a proposed solution used to, which is the right answer. Prototype. I already explained in the previous video what is the testing, prototype, everything. So prototype is mainly used for test ID to you have to do the testing and get some idea, test ideas, then validate the test idea, validation, experimental research. We are doing the validation, experimental validation. So these two are correct only. Then definitely I can go for option C only, because D is totally irrelevant. A hypothesis in research, you might have studied about hypothesis. What is a hypothesis? Understanding the hypothesis. Okay, problem definition, and we are making one hypothesis. After doing the research, we will come to know whether the hypothesis is correct or not. Fine now. So a hypothesis, for example, I'm doing a project. So initially, what I will do is I will think that that particular system is having this much of efficiency. I'll make a thumb rule and I'll prepare. I think I will get a particular result. But after conducting the research, after developing the prototype, after doing the testing, I'm not sure about that I'll be getting that particular result. Initially, I will make a hypothesis. So question number 16. The hypothesis is nothing but a conjecture that is grounded in support background originality from the secondary research. So hypothesis belong to a secondary research information. Fine. Primary research and secondary research are available. In that hypothesis belong to a secondary research. Fine. Question number 17. Learning launches are designed to test the key underlying value generating assumptions of potential new growth initiative in the marketplace. Is it correct or not? Question number 17, the answer is correct only. Kindly go through the sentence. Question number 18, what is your first model design of the product called? Okay. 18C, before developing the real-time product, suppose I'm doing a machine. So initially I'll be doing a prototype only first. Once the prototype is successful after the testing, I will be doing the real-time implementation. So I would like to go for prototype. Prototype is the right answer. Definitely, I feel that a similar kind of questions will be asked in the examination. You need to understand what is a prototype. Before moving on to the real time, we need to prepare a prototype. In research and all, we are doing the prototype first. Once the prototype is successful, we'll say that it can be gone for a product level. Fine. To ideate, what is ideate? What is the meaning of ideate? So to ideate, the process for creating and sharing the ideas where you use images and sketches instead of words to describe your idea. Just like a graphical abstract, preparation of the graphical abstract, all those things are basically an ideate, one of the things regarding ideate. So I think you got an idea. So now we'll discuss the remaining thing. So we are in question number 19. Now let me move on to remaining questions. Question number 20 and 21. In design, where does the information used to put together a problem statement comes from? Which is the right answer? So in design, where does the information used to put together in a problem? During the empathize stage only. Obviously, empathize stage is very important for the design thinking. A case study is, which is the right answer, case study. Okay, what is the meaning of case study? So case study means, suppose a company. So a company itself mention their successful failure in a particular document. Suppose a Britannia biscuits company, when they started, what are the product and services they made, and what are the experience during that particular journey. Everything they are actually mentioning in a detailed report. So MBA students might have studied about the different type of case studies. To understand the case study, definitely we'll get a more experience, because we'll come to know, we can compare with the product of that particular company, and we will be getting a lot of ideas, strategies, etc. from the case studies. So which is the right answer? It's a research strategy, empirical inquiry, descriptive and exploration analysis. Obviously, all are correct only. All are belong to case studies only. Definitely, we'll be getting a lot of experience by reading after reading the case study. It is always better to read some case studies of various companies, organization, etc. Which is not a good interview strategy of an empathy stage. Question number 22. Actually, encourage the short answer. Same thing is repeated in the question number 1 also, set number 1 also. You might have noticed. Likewise, you can get similar kind of questions in the university examination. Question number 23, which is not an aspect of defined step of a design thinking. Please read out carefully. Your reading is very important, especially these kind of objective questions. There is no other thumb rule. Read and understand what is the right answer. Question number 23. So, which is not an aspect of defined. First one, let us see. Create a composite users, give the perspective, correct. Develop a point of view statement of users need, that is also correct. Define as many possible solutions of the solution, that is wrong only. You have to define only one objective, fine. Then recognize that this is wrong only, this is wrong. Okay, these are correct only. Recognize a challenge with how might be, that is also correct. So, but I feel that this is the right answer. So, yes, this is the right answer. Because they asked not, no. So, this is the right answer. Likewise, you identify. Read out all the sentences, you think that which is correct, which is wrong. Dash is analysis of persons, group, events, decisions, period, policies, institution to other systems that studied holistically by one or more methods, which is the right answer. The right answer is, we already discussed about one thing, that is case study. Yes, case study, the definition of case study is given. Direct, they have given in a bookish language. Case study is an analysis of persons, group, event, decision, period, and policies of institution or which systems that studied holistically one or more method. Please do understand the word meaning of case study. You may get a similar kind of definition in the examination. Directly, you ought to give the answer as case study. Very, very important. So prepare a notes based on this. What is the definition of case study? At least you need to understand the meaning. Fine. The MVP we already discussed. So what is the meaning of MVP? MVP is most visible product. The meaning of MVP is most visible product. Very, very important question for the point of design thinking, concept of design thinking. MVP, most visible product. That is the correct answer. Question number 26. At what step do you want to complete the point of view? Which is the correct answer. So at empathy, during the first stage only, empathization. Okay, during the empathy stage only, we have to complete the concept, that is point of view, empathy. Okay, empathize the problem. Fine. Option A is the correct answer for this particular question. Question number 27 now, 27 and 28. Let's see 27 and 28. Design thinking principle do not include, which is the correct answer. So design thinking principle do not include like profitability and credibility. It involves any credibility. It's a non-linear process. The final step of design thinking process. What is the final step? Tell me what is the final step. Very, very important. Final step is actually testing only. Okay, testing is the final step of design thinking. 100% it can be expected, similar kind. Okay, all right. I hope you understood. The testing is the final step. Question number 29. We'll discuss question number 29. The purpose of MVP. We already discussed the MVP. Now, what is MVP? The MVP is nothing but what is the meaning of MVP? MVP is minimum. Question number 25. The minimum viable product. That is MVP. Fine. So the minimum viable product. So 25, the right answer is minimum viable. What is a minimum viable product, MVP? Okay. So please read question number. One minute. Yes. Which is the which purpose of MVP is not? Which is the right answer? Could you please identify the right answer? So MVP, what is MVP? Already discussed. MVP means minimum viable product. 25 answer is A only. In continuation, we have another question here. I just mentioned the MVP. See, look at this. The purpose of MVP is not. So please identify the right answer. The purpose of MVP is not for get the product to early customer as soon as possible. What is the use of getting the product early? That's not belong to the MVP actually. So do understand what is MVP. Question number 30. The 3 I's of design thinking do not include. Okay. What are the 3 I's of design thinking? 3 I, very, very important. The 3 I's of design thinking are number 1, implementation, number 2, inspiration, number 3, ideation. These are called 3 I's of design thinking. But question number 30, they are asking do not include. 3 I's are not, interest is actually not belong to 3 I's of design thinking. So you please take care of this. Implementation, inspiration, ideation, all those things are belong to 3 I's of design thinking, except interest. Okay. Yes. So moving on to question number 31. Rashmi is creating a new product. Yeah, same question we discussed for architecture college for students. She take a decision thinking approach, design thinking approach. Her first step is to addressing who she is creating the product for, and conducts a research on understanding this target market. Where is the step in the design thinking process? Anyway, it's a real-time situation. Definitely, the concept is they are mainly implying the concept called empathy. Okay, empathize the problem. 32, collaborative teamwork is essential in design thinking for. So which is the right answer? The collaborative thinking, better failure management, like risk management, something like risk management, which you are studying in management. Better failure management, collaborative teamwork is design thinking for better failure management. Fine. So I think it's clear to everybody. Okay. So now 33. Let me discuss 33 and 34. Yeah. Design thinking is best suited to address problems at the intersection of. Which is the right answer? Business and society, logic and emotion, human needs and economic standards. All of these are correct. Question number 33. All of the above. Frank Robinson defined and coined that term, which is the Frank Robinson defined and coined the term. So please identify which is actually the term which is developed by the Frank Robinson. So we already studied about the MVP. So Frank Robinson, who has developed MVP, one of the Frank Robinson has developed MVP. So this is very important. You have to study the meaning of MVP and who has developed MVP. So I'll show you the question. MVP we already discussed. Look at this. Minimum viable product. One question, MVP. Now another type of question. Who has developed MVP? Okay, Frank Robinson has developed MVP. So likewise, you can expect the question. Please make a note. Kindly note down everything. I request everybody to note down. Otherwise, you may not remember. A design thinking process begin with the following 3 steps. Which is correct one? Please think and tell me the answer. So design thinking involved. First, understanding is important. Improve, then apply. So this is actually the basic step of design thinking process. Design thinking process began with the following steps. Fine. Question number 35. Moving on to question number 35. User persons are created during which phase of the design process? User persons. Okay. That user persons are created. Which is the right answer? So let me find out. Is it a design stage or discover stage, developer stage? Actually, I found that user persons are created. None of these. No, that is the right answer. I feel D is the right answer. Question number 37. Dash was the IDEO's first expression of design thinking. Question number 37. So deep drive, that is the right answer. Deep drive was the IDEO's first expression. It's a first organization. It's an organization which is adopting the design thinking strategy. We already discussed in the previous set, one of the question. Another question is actually dash was IDEO's first expression of design. Deep drive, that is a concept. Understanding. No, very important. It may ask in the examination. Please make a note. Similar kind of questions. We cannot say that what kind of questions will be asked in the examination, but a similar type of questions will be asked in the examination. 38. Dash helps the design team and the client to visualize and handle the design concept. So, which is the right answer? Dash helps the design team and client visualize and handle the design concept. Is it definition or is it ideate or is it empathize or is it prototype? Definitely ideate. Ideate is the correct answer. Human-centric design was reinterpreted as an acronym to mean, which is the correct answer. The right answer is the human-centric design was reinterpreted as an acronym to mean hear, create, and deliver. So option A is the correct answer. Kindly go ahead. Okay. Now I would like to move on to question number 40. The ultimate goal of the design thinking is to help you design better services, product, experiences. What is the right answer? It's a quite general question, which may ask in the examination because it's a simple. There are simple questions, obviously. It's a core question, basic questions. Ultimate goal of the design thinking is to provide a better product, better service, better experience, everything, better quality. We can say that. So all of the above is the right answer. Please select it. These kind of questions are ultimately, it will be asked in the examination. Fine. So read and give the answer because not a big deal. Fine. Design thinking typically is it a linear process or non-linear process or cyclic process? 41. 41, it's a 100% non-linear process. It will be asked in the examination. The peculiarity of design thinking, it's a purely non-linear process. Very important. Okay. So likewise, there are few important questions. I hope you are noting down those questions. In the create phase, we do not. Please identify the right answer. Read out. You only have to read out. Then only you will understand. For the question number 42. So ultimately, once you read, I will wait for a while. Please read. Yes. So in a create phase, we do not recognize the existing knowledge of the challenge phase at the create phase. Okay. Then design thinking has. Can you please identify the right answer? The design thinking has everything to do with the products that succeed. Option D is the correct answer. I hope you got my point. Yes, 43 is correct. Now 44. Dash is the way to narrow down the thoughts to reach at the final solution, which is the correct answer. See, the dash is the way to narrow down the thoughts to reach the final solution. Obviously, these answers are irrelevant. So definitely we have to go for none of them. Convergent thinking and divergent thinking, that is, it's not like a final solution. Same question already repeated in the set one also. I feel that a similar kind of, there are chances of repeating the similar kind of questions in the forthcoming examination. Design thinking is also known as, which is the right answer, 45. The design thinking is also known as adaptable inquiry, strategic design thinking, transformation by design. I feel that all the answers are correct only. All are supportive statements of the design thinking because all are combinations of the design thinking. So I would like to choose option D. Option D is the correct answer. Okay. Now question number 46. Please read out question number 46. Let us go through two questions together. 46 and 47. Yes. Design thinking follows, which is the right answer, which is the correct answer. Design thinking follows. Obviously, the design thinking follows waterfall model, agile methodology, both of this and none of this. Anyway, both of them I cannot agree. We are read at the first unit. The design thinking follows agile methodology, agile methodology. Kindly go through what is agile methodology. What are the steps involved in the agile methodology? So what are the different processes involved in the design thinking? So kindly go through that. Don't directly by heart this. You have to frame different kind of questions from a single statement. That is the way how to crack the multiple choice questions and how to get a good score. Fine. Getting a pass mark is not a big deal because the minimum mark you will get, but we require a good score. So better develop different type of probable questions from a single statement. So you study about Agile methodology. Question number 47, the goal of the prototype phase is. So what is the right answer? Please read out first. So the right answer which I found is, it's available in the key also. Key is also available. I am also referring the key and I am reading that particular textbook. Based on that, I am giving the explanation. Question number 47, the goal of the prototype is to understand what component of your idea didn't work. To understand what component of your idea worked. Definitely we'll get to know. Once the product is developed, testing is mandatory. From the testing, we'll understand whether the product is successful or failure. Two things will get a positive and negative impact. Then we have to think how can we improve, how it can be improved. So definitely I would like to go for both the answers. Both are correct. Fine. Yes. Question number 48, another important, very, very important questions like MVP. We already studied about MVP. Similarly, another important type of question, 48. So what is BPM stand for? Elaborate BPM. So BPM is nothing but business process management. Very, very important. Okay, these kind of questions, there are probabilities of asking these kind of questions. Kindly make a note. Business process management, that is called BPM. Even if you are belong to management, if you are planning to study about management in future, higher studies, definitely this kind of terminology will be really useful. Dash is an iterative and incremental method of managing, developing the design, which is the which strategy. 49. We already discussed that design thinking procedure based on Agile methodology. Definitely the same answer. It is an iterative, incremental method of managing, developing, and designing. So Agile methodology, we have to go for the very, very important. It may ask in the examination, I feel. Okay, in future also it will be it will be useful if you are doing working in a company or if you are doing the management courses in a managerial level. If you are going for that, definitely these kind of theories will be really useful. Fine. Last question. Which one of the following sequence is correct in the waterfall methodology? You have to study about the waterfall methodology also, like that particular flow diagram. It is better to remember. In case of waterfall methodology, the steps is as follows. One is define, definition, design, develop, test, deploy. This is called a waterfall model. But we follow the agile methodology. Fine. So these are the probable questions. I request everybody to note down, go through the questions once again. Don't see the answer key first. Later you go individually, you please go through that. So answer keys are available, not an issue. Okay. So answer keys they're given directly, but don't see the answer key first. Later on, you check it up because go through the explanation also. I could explain. I could give some brief information how to prepare for the examination. So based on that, you just prepare and try to make a brief notes by your own. All right. So these are the things I want to give the idea about the IDT subject. So I wish you all the very best for your examination. Do your level best. In case any queries, kindly put up in the comment box. I'm happy to answer back. Thank you for listening this video.